Hi, you recognize that music as the anthem of Canada. I started music lessons not long ago. As you noted, it is not easy. My main interest is in painting, and I am the Canadian artist. There are other artists in our country, perhaps 100,000 of them. Let's forget that for now and let's talk about the issues at hand. Not a lot of people know that Canada is a constitutional monarchy, which means that we have a queen as a head of state. Not just any queen, we borrowed one from England. See, Canada was a British colony for some time. That is how we have left some colonial vestiges, among other things, a queen. Some percentages of the Canadian population like us to be a monarchy and deeply respect the Queen, some even worship her. Not I. As a Canadian citizen, I entertain a republican sentiment. There are several websites that one can join in such movement. For example, Republic Now, Citizens for a Canadian Republic, Abolish the Monarchy in Canada, the Australian Republic movement, and even the British have one. As I said earlier, I am a Republican at heart, yet I come up with a compromising idea that may even pleases the staunchest supporter of the monarchy. I propose that if we want to retain the monarchy, let us choose a monarch here in Canada among ourselves. Let the monarch, king or queen, a Canadian citizen, a born Canadian who stays in Canada, and he or she represents Canadian interest only. Why I say this? Because Elizabeth II represents 16 countries, islands, and territories, yet she stays in England all the time. Whether Canada choose her own royal head of state or a Republican president, either way, it is time to break away from the British colonial past. Henceforth, I suggest one candidate for the first Canadian royal head of state, namely Trudeau. Ta-da! Mrs. Sophie Gregoire Trudeau. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Sophie Gregoire Trudeau as the first Canadian queen. In the paintings, you see the rhododendrons, which is typical North American flower or shrub, and the maple leaf. They are symbolic elements and a simple outfit for the queen, for the Canadian queen, and everything the coronation emblems like that little crown and the staff is smaller and the lily represent purity and honesty. I suggest Mrs. Trudeau for the job because she is young, charismatic, enthusiastic, beautiful, and intelligent. Of course, we have to ask Mrs. Trudeau if she would be able to devote and sacrifice her time to open Parliament and cut two ribbons every year, rain or shine. Don't forget, she also has three children to raise. There could be other suggestions for the first Canadian queen, some of them perhaps with folkloristic motivations. I do have other candidates to suggest. This is my music teacher, Mrs. Choosley. She is old, angry, capricious, and unpredictable, and she would not pay for this portrait, yet she commissioned years ago. Don't worry, I am not going to give it to her unless she pays for it. And believe it or not, she always asks in front before I start my music lesson that I pay cash. Let me derail from the subject for a minute. Last year I studied anatomy and physiology on my own, very big book, just to find some answers to my own maladies. I have a number of ailments and misery. Oh boy, you don't believe how complicated a cell can be, and that is just the beginning. The cooperation between the central and peripheral nervous system and the various organs, the maintenance of inside pressure and temperature of the body is absolutely phenomenal. So many things can go wrong, yet the medical science is able to keep nearly everything under control. Not only that they can grow skin, bones, and various organs. Why I tell you this? Because very wealthy people are able to prolong their life to 150 years of age or even beyond. If somebody is wealthy, the British royal family certainly is. Therefore, it is fathomable to imagine such monarch. Please allow me to present an artist rendering of such person. It is only only a fiction. The British people rest assured that your queen is beautiful. Now go back to sleep. Now the question is presented to you, Canadian citizens. If you have a chance to choose for yourself a monarch from a Canadian stock or from the British, it is up to you, or go Republic. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to spend a few minutes with me. I am the Canadian artist and I promote my art.